physicians are going to tell people you need to be off supplements for a certain amount of time prior to a surgery. It's not just 3, it's all supplements. And I would really encourage you to really work with that PDR if you're working with people and working with physicians. I'll give you an example. In December, my 15-year-old had open heart surgery, and he's doing fabulously. However, there were 2 specific products I wanted him on right away. Like, he uses the products and does fabulously with them. And so 24 hours out of surgery, they came in and the cardiothoracic surgeon said, or it was actually one of the nurse practitioners, said, do you have any questions? And I said, yes, I have a couple of things that I want him on really quickly. And she said, oh, well, Dr. Ricci does not allow any supplements for 2 weeks post-surgery. I said, that's fine. They're in the PDR. And I said, would you be willing to look? And she came back and she said, which do you want? I told her, she came back that afternoon and she said, Dr. Ricci said he can take those 2. And so that is a very, very powerful source that we have. He was able to look at them and use them. And so it wasn't about convincing. I just said, this is what I'd like to do. Can you look? And he did. And he was very kind and it was wonderful. We were able to get him on the 2 that I really wanted quickly. And so use that as a resource really when you're talking to those other healthcare providers when you're chatting, because nobody else has that and we do.
Beautiful, thank you, Dr. And PDR cannot be overstated. It's powerful. Where are we at? What's the question? We're going to take maybe 3 or 4 more questions, and then I'd like the SAB to give some concluding remarks, okay? Yes? Do you have a mic?
No.
Where's the mic?
Right next.
Okay. Can you give the mic to her, please? Second row. Yes. Thank you so much.
So I love that you have the clinical studies. It's amazing, and not a lot of people study plants. So when 3 started doing that, I was just blown away. So I do work with a naturopathic doctor. She's looked at the clinical studies and she says, those look amazing, the results in vitro. I want to see what they are in humans, like live, you know what I'm talking about. And as far as I know, she uses, different nutraceuticals, but I don't think that's done in any company that I'm aware of when it comes to nutraceuticals and actual human trials, not in vitros. So, do you have?
Yeah, so when you run clinical research, there's the normal pathway that you go. And keep in mind, how old is 3? Yeah, 18 months old. And how long does research take?
How long?
A long time. And when you start to do research, what is the first type of study that you do? In vitro research, cellular assays, right? And then you move on to in vivo. So we're moving on to the process. We're going to be doing some in vivo studies. That said, though, we're really quick, and I kind of blame it on social media a little bit. We're really quick to discount anything that isn't in humans. Like it's so funny, any animal study, on social media, like, it's terrible, it's nasty, it's whatever. If you're trying to, a lot of times, and Dr. McCormick knows this, working in the industry for a long time, depending on what you're trying to do, an in vivo study could be a lot better. Excuse me. An in vitro study could be a lot better than an in vivo study. And an animal study, a well-controlled animal study, where you take into account epigenetics and genome similarities and different things like that for what you're trying to do in humans, might actually be more accurate than doing the human study. So epigenetics, trying to do epigenetics in vivo is not, I don't know of a really accurate way to do that. You can do blood draws and DNA nanostring technology and stuff like that, but I haven't seen the accuracy there. So the RT-PCR study that we did, epigenetic in the cells, that's the gold standard. So that's even better than an in vivo study that you would do. So those are some caveats that I think we need to understand as we're looking at clinical research. But wonderful question, love it. Question and comment, great comments, love. Okay, who else?
right? How old can you be in order to take the grade or supplements?
Yeah. We don't want one of our board members to do that, Dr. Schneider?
I recommend that you ask your doctor. Everything, look at, we're here to protect you, your investment, we're here to protect your health, but from a legal standpoint, we're here to protect his job especially. That means that don't be silly, right? We know that if there's a vitamin out there, we know it's safe, but yet we also know that there are people that like to sue people. So just please be safe. Please be safe with all of this. We say ask your doctor. They may not know the answer, but at least you have sort of covered yourself. And the reality is, we're talking about concentrated food. That's what our products are, for the most part. For the most part, they are. And until food is ruled an outlaw, we're going to continue and we're going to use our supplements. So they're very safe, but to be on the safe side, yeah, talk to your pediatrician.
And real quick before you do your other question, to piggyback off of that, what we designed when we were looking at the molecules is at 12 and older. If you want to give it to individuals under 12, ask their pediatrician.
And the other question is, I have a lot of friends and family and clientele. Can my pet take this?
Yeah.
Well, pets usually don't sue.
And that's it, okay. Well, similar, if you want to give it to a child, you would talk to their pediatrician. If you want to give it to your fur baby, you would talk to their veterinarian. Yeah, talk to their veterinarian. Go here, here, and then we'll be.
Okay, I have the cavity sciatica for the last.
Can you guys hear her?
Okay. I have the cavity sciatica on my back I said for the last 10 years, and the doctor put me on pain meds. But I'm not a medicine person. I hate taking pills. And so when my daughter came in with 3, I started taking 2. Then then I go back and take 2 more later on. Then I take 2 before I go to bed.
Is this
And
the
so,
Revive?
And I can kick soccer. I don't have pain, and I'm 78 years old.
Okay, where are we going? Here, and then here.
My question is, we take before the people talking. So we as the agents take extras. That's true. But currently, I'm doing the marketing. I heard it, and also their question is, if they take more, where it goes. And you say it's 12 hours will be washed off from your bodies, right?
12-hour half-life. Half-life.
Sorry,
Half-life.
Oh, half-life. Okay. So,
Do you know what half-life means?
yes.
So if something has a 12-hour half-life, so the instant I take it, what percentage of it is in my body? 100%. After 12 hours, 50% of it is in my body. After 12 hours, half of 50 is in my body, 25%.
Okay, so 12 hours is a high peak hour plus, right? Yeah.
Well, the high peak
Our
is
body.
time 0, right when we take it.
Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah, that.
So are you wondering where it goes? If we take too much?
Take too much, and it will be released from our bodies as the extras. I mean, because our body absorption has the absorption. Yeah, has how to say that the amount. Yeah, the amount in our body. Like we have the meals.
Yeah.
So
So in biochem, I think I know what your question is. In biochemistry, there's something called shunt metabolite pathways, SHUNT. You guys heard of that? Shunt metabolites. And so if you have something that, it's like filling up a cup with water. And if you're filling it up a cup with water and it's going down a shunt metabolite pathway, which are phytochemicals, these beautiful molecules, that's what they do. If you have too much, what happens is when the cup is full of water and the water starts to pour out, immediately then these molecules are taken down the excretion pathway to be pushed out of the body. Okay, great. Last question, right here.
Okay, I have a client, she's Jewish, and she wanted to know about the whole kosher aspect. Like, I think there was something in the collagen that she questioned, like, is it kosher?
So our products are not currently kosher certified. Okay, the ingredients are kosher friendly, but they're not kosher certified. So for something to be kosher, even though the ingredients are okay, you have to have the rabbi come to our manufacturing facility and do the process there. We haven't done that yet. Now, several of our products are halal, but we haven't done kosher just because there hasn't been a huge demand.
Right, well, the ingredients are.
Yeah, I mean, the ingredients are kosher friendly, but without the rabbi there, it's not. Okay, we're making an exception. This is the last question.
So I understand everything's plant-based, but there are some other plant-based things out there that when you do drug testing shows up, and we've been asked that from some people that are on oil rigs in Louisiana.
What in Louisiana?
Drug testing.
Drug testing? Yeah.
Is anything going to give a trigger on that?
No, I mean, we haven't seen that. But, you know, for people who, like athletes, right? We have athletes ask, you know, if I take this product, is it going to give a bad response or anything like that? Am I going to fail a test? Our thing is, I mean, the ingredients that we've used, they all tested clean, but the responsibility is on that athlete or that person. Okay, let's have the SAB members come up one at a time. We'll have you last. Dr. Schneider, you'll finish things off as the chair. So why don't we have Dr. Baker, Dr. Bordone, Dr. Galacia come up one at a time and just give some 2 minute concluding thoughts, your thoughts about the session, about 3, whatever you want. Come on up, and then we'll conclude with Dr. Schneider. We'll be done.
Sounds good. Can you guys hear me through the? Okay. Just wanted to piggyback off of something I believe Dr. Schneider said. There was when he mentioned about sharing these products to physicians. As an internal medicine guy, you know, it's one of those kind of things that I know a lot of other internists. They're not as open to these kind of things as those of us in this room would like to think. So it truly is up to you guys. You are still the scientists, the people that are going to be teaching others out there, teaching other brand partners and people that need these things. But as much as anything, try to keep you from becoming discouraged. These docs here are unique. You know, a lot of other physicians out there are not going to be open to this. I can tell you when somebody asked the question earlier in medical school, how many lectures you have on nutrition and dietary stuff. I don't know if anybody saw me, I was doing this. Because I was trained back in the dark ages, and so it was just one of those kind of things that just was not mentioned much other than in passing. So don't get discouraged. Don't try to go to all your physicians and convince them to become 7-star in Puri, okay? It's one of those kind of things. Drip on them, bring them information. The PDR, I wanted to reiterate that once again as well. Very important. Physicians out there, we're not real smart sometimes, but if you show them something about, hey, this is in the PDR, they at least know what that is. It's been around since 1946, and there are simply not many nutraceutical things in the PDR. And so it's amazing to think that all 6 of these products at 3 are in the PDR. So just again, trying to encourage you to not get discouraged when you talk with physicians out there. Again, we're pretty slow. So thank you guys for coming.
Okay, so we've been here for about an hour and a half, and I like to summarize things because you guys might be going like, what the heck just happened and leave, because like when you come see the doctor, you only retain like 10% of what we say. So just quickly, I'm going to reiterate what Dr. Dan said today, I think hopefully in a concise way so that you can leave and hopefully you remember it. So molecules matter, right? Everything is about molecules. So that's what we're about. Exploration, we are exploring new plants to help innovate new product and make ours better. Believe us, we're doing it. Curation, we're going to put all of these amazing ingredients together. They are pure ingredients. We're going to formulate them in a way that you're going to feel a difference. So Dr. Dan knows what 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients to put together so that you're all going to feel a difference, and all of your customers and brand ambassadors are going to feel a difference. Absorption, you're only as good as what you absorb. So we have 11 absorption technologies to make sure that these molecules get inside the body. We are the only supplement company that has the studies that we have, because nobody else wants to do it. We're that brave. Mr. Daniel Piku is brave enough to pay for these studies because we will back what we say. And as my upline Adrienne always says, you will not know how they feel unless you put them in your mouth. So when you're talking to people, put them in your mouth. Tell them to feel the difference, and then they're going to be a believer. So yeah, we thank you guys all for being here. Like Dr. Dan said, this is the first time we had a breakout session. I believe it's been great. Dr. Dan, you did an amazing job. So thank you all for spreading the word.
Well, I think I'm just going to sing. Well, good afternoon again. Yeah. I think you've said everything, and what I got to say is there is a reason why each and every one of you are here. You have a role. You have not just a clinical or a responsibility, but more a moral responsibility, especially that you've got all this knowledge and you have such wonderful products that will change a lot of lives, that will transform not just yourself, it transformed me. It can transform the lives of those people that you love, but will transform a lot of lives in your community. So please share it. We have something here that is so powerful. It changed me, not just as a person, but physically. And just so you know, I'm a cancer survivor. And I'm so passionate about sharing this wonderful God-given ingredients. God gave this to us, so we better use it. We better share it. And you have that responsibility. Thank you.
All right, so I get to finish it out. And so we talked about molecules, and we talked about doctors, we talked about our products, how we sort of integrate them. Now we're going to learn how do we share it. That's not my job, but that's what you're going to learn about. The one thing I want you to leave this session knowing is that you are in such good hands. That Dr. Dan is a jewel. He is very, very unique. And I pray that 3 is smart enough to keep someone of his intellect on board, because if they do, this company is going to go like this. Things that he is coming up with, the studies that he is investing money in are unique to the industry. And in fact, we will sit down. The epigenetic study is so mind-blowing, we can't even explain it. So it is an exciting new section. We don't call it medicine, but we're going to call it wellness. And that really is the future. The future is start now so that your future is better than it would have been. So anyway, thanks you all. Thank you to Dr. Dan. On this guy, because he truly is the face, along with Daniel Piku, who really does allow for him to do these studies. That is what makes this company unique. So love you guys, have a good evening, and we'll see you around the next 2 days.